I'm here, but I'm not here, okay?
This is a really important topic that I've read a bunch about, and I have experience with myself, both as lurking in streams and also reading a lot of people's comments on Reddit about being a lurker and their experience as a lurker. Appreciate your lurkers and don't call them out. Very important. A significant portion of your viewer base will be lurkers in general, people who enjoy having you open in a tab while they work on other things. When you call them out, it forces them to engage when they are otherwise occupied, which can be disruptive to whatever they're currently doing. A small portion of your audience will engage in chat. This is normal, and you should value your lurkers and appreciate them. For example, I address lurkers as a whole, saying thank you all for being here, thank you for chatting, thank you for lurking, thank you all for being your amazing selves. Lurkers are amazing, yes Jack, they are. Often when I am not streaming, I'm lurking in other people's streams while I'm working on other stuff. It's nice background noise that helps keep me focused on what I'm doing, but if someone tries to pull me out of my lurk, it can be distracting from whatever I'm doing, and a lot of lurkers who are called out while they're lurking never come back. Because they're lurking for a reason, because they're working on other stuff. And don't call out lurkers in a following stream. For example, saying, I noticed you lurking the other day, when the person popped in but didn't say anything while they were there the other day. Of course, I don't usually check it, but there is an option at the bottom of your chat as a streamer where you can look at the list of people hanging out in your chat. Some people are fine with being called out, but more often than not, lurkers don't want to be acknowledged. Imagine you're reading a book. You're in the middle of a really intense scene that you're so excited to finish, and then someone puts their hand on the book and interrupts your reading and is suddenly saying in your face, so how was your day? What are you up to? You know, what are you going to do later today? It's like, I was in the middle of that book. Could you just let me finish reading my book? Please? If a lurker follows subs, do you still thank them? Very interesting question in DB. I watched a video recently from some person who is a stream coach, and there's been recommendations for some people not to call out follows. Or at least you can call out a follow and thank someone, but don't try to engage that person in conversation from the follow alert. If you say thank you for the follow and they type something in chat, engage with them, but otherwise don't, because there are people who don't really like interacting on chat on Twitch, but like to absorb the content. And if you force them into conversation they don't want to have, they're gonna leave. So I thought that was interesting, because I've been in the habit, especially when I play Ark, my first question when someone follows is what is their favorite map? But I'm probably not going to do that anymore, because I want to respect people's boundaries. And if someone wants to engage in chat with me and talk about stuff, I'll thank them for being here and then address them if they pop up in the chat. There's a separate conversation on small streamers versus big streamers. The goal is to become a big streamer, right? To be successful in community growth. I don't know about the concept of streaming the right way either. All this stuff we're talking about today is tips and helpful tricks that can help your community grow. But whatever you want to get out of streaming, it can be very different. It can be very different. Some people just do it as a hobby. It's fun. They enjoy it. Some people aim to make a living out of it. I have become so passionate and excited about streaming that I want it to be something sustainable that I can do over the long run. But it takes time. It takes a lot of time and a lot of hard work to get there. So some people go into streaming expecting that it'll give them lots of money right away. And I don't think it's smart to go into it with the expectation of that.
See ya. I'm out.
Some people like the small streams and leave when they get to a certain following. Do I have any comments? So Sooner Girl, I have experienced some people from our community have said to me they enjoy the smaller streamer vibe. But everyone has their own preferences, and I respect that people have their own preferences. I would be sad if anyone I got to know and became a good friend of mine dropped off just because the stream grew. But that's their choice. There's not really much I can do about it. You know, you can try to create a small place in your Discord specifically for long-term members to have a bit of a smaller stream atmosphere or place that you can interact personally with them. People come and go, and there are a variety of reasons people come and go. Their life gets super busy. In real life, they don't have time to hang out on Twitch as much as they used to. Stuff draws their attention in a different direction. You know, a tragedy may have happened to them or to a family member. You know, there's just so many different things that could mean those people fall away. And you can work towards creating a special atmosphere for those people. I want everyone to feel important. I want everyone to feel important when they come into the stream. Sometimes chat moves so fast that you miss things. And unfortunately, when a stream grows, that's the nature of how things go. But as long as you are checking chat as regularly as you're able to continue doing whatever you're doing, when you're gaming, of course you want to keep some attention on the game, but you want to focus on your community as much as possible.
Wow, what a day.
Money and followers come with time. You just have fun and put out the best streams you can. Yes, quality content. Quality content, networking, all that stuff we're talking about. If you put all that stuff in, and I mean, it doesn't work out for some people. We'll watch a video later that went viral a few months ago that proves it just doesn't happen for some people. And in that case, you know, you have to choose whether you want to keep pursuing it or give up, really. It's a tough thing to figure out. And not every stream is going to be super amazing and successful. You know, there could be a full 8-hour stream where you don't get any followers, no one cheers, no one donates. And those can be really hard. They can be really hard. Streaming is exciting and terrifying all at the same time sometimes. And it may never make you rich. I don't do it to get rich. I absolutely don't. As someone who doesn't stream and is just a viewer, you've found a lot of your streamers through meeting people in other streams. When you do randomly click on a stream, the most important thing for you is engagement. If the chat is quiet and the streamer is quiet, after a high, you tend to move on pretty quick. Me too, Syndra. Me too. And that's why I say, try to be engaged practically every second that you are alive. Obviously, there are going to be moments in certain games where you might turn off your face cam. You might not be chatting for a couple minutes in a row. It's a certain game that requires a lot of focus, but I would not recommend not checking your chat even for a couple minutes. Yes, like I was saying before, you have a very narrow window to grab people's attention. I think I heard it was around 14 seconds, which can, if you focus on that, it can be really distracting. But just try to be yourself and be as engaging as much as possible.
So hungry.
Also, guys, if you start streaming, bring some drinks. Hydration, extremely important. Extremely important. Also, movement, if you are able. Getting up and stretching once in a while. Listen to your body. If you're feeling stiff, you should take a quick break, walk around, grab some water, eat regular meals. All that stuff contributes to burnout too if you're not taking care of it. I did a 12-hour stream the first week I streamed. I remember that. I don't do 12-hour streams much anymore because I know my ideal stream length for when I start getting really tired and sore and I need to move around more. Oh, that's a good question. IndieBS, what's the best way to get people to click on your stream for the first time? Networking, I think, is one of the best things you can do to get people in your chat. They get to know you as a person. Oh, IndieB, yes. Okay, I do have an answer for that. So, what we were talking about earlier was streaming undersaturated games, but not dead games. You want to be able to be within the first 3 rows. Or at least one scroll the mouse from the top of the search menu on Twitch to be available for randoms to click into your stream. That's really important. Word of mouth is always good. Yes, Shauna. If you're engaging and friendly, people are more likely to recommend you to others. Yes! That is a very good point, Shauna. Funky titles work for you? Oh yes, Melier. That is a really good point too. Try to have a clickbaity title. I don't think I did a clickbaity title today. When you start off, networking gets more follows, engagement you found. Yes, Rudy, it is very, very good. It's very good. And like I was saying before, if you want to get better at streaming, really absorbing other people's content and seeing what works for them, getting inspired, I would not recommend copying what other people do, but drawing inspiration from what they do helps a lot. Being consistently yourself helps. Yes, Melier! Don't pretend to be something you're not. Don't be afraid to show your personality. Yes! Yes!
Please!
I don't like talking about my stream stuff in other people's streams, because more often than not, people consider it rude. Advertising to other people's streams is bad. Okay, you personally don't talk too much in other people's streams because I'm a streamer. You feel like it often takes away from what the streamer is doing. Yes, Slipgator! And like I was saying before, the streamer, it's like you're on the edge of your seat watching an intense TV show and someone suddenly walks in front of you and starts to talk to you about something when they're supposed to be the show. And you talking about your streaming stuff, detracting from whatever that person is doing, is inconsiderate to the streamer when people do it. It's one thing if the streamer asks you something directly about streaming. They know you're a streamer and they have questions. For example, a raid happens. The streamer will likely say, what were you playing? How did the stream go? So you can talk about it for a bit. But once the streamer is back focused on their game, stop talking about your stuff and focus on their stuff. Especially for your viewers. You don't want your viewers to see you just hogging the attention from the streamer they just rated. You want your viewers to experience the quality content of the person that you're rating, right? Angel B, it's rude! Rating is a good way for people to learn about your stream. Most streamers will give you a shout out. You may get some follows out of it. Yes, Thick. As long as you get to know people genuinely. If the first thing you do when you come into a new stream is say, I stream this game too, blah, blah, blah. Not only will the streamer kind of be put off, but the people reading your comments immediately see you have an ulterior motive. And in genuine networking, you want to make friends. You want to get to know people. Self-promo during a stream is no-go for you. However, if you want to bring it up, you will. You like sharing the support, but you think it's rude if people constantly mention their own stream constantly without the streamer inputting. Yes, Melier. If you start talking about your stream stuff in the chat, I think even people who have super busy chats skim chat. And if they never acknowledge what you're saying about your own personal streaming stuff, just drop it. And move on to a topic related to whatever the streamer is doing, you know?
It's delicious.